So this question is for MAGA guys. This is Ceci is putting you on Pat. I'm gonna put you on what the fuck is happening. This question is for MAGA. How do you feel when you see your dear leader standing next to a murderer who not only is comfortable chopping someone up himself, but also, you know, is part of who committed 9/11? How do you feel about having your dear leader stand next to someone who committed a terrorist attack on American soil, killed thousands of American citizens? How do you feel about him standing there doing this bullshit dog and pony show, shaking hands, being buddy-buddy, giving him some flyover salute kind of shit? And guess what? There's one missing. You want to know why? Because we sold it to them. I just want to remind everyone that that is a terrorist, a slave owner, and a murderer. I mean, Trump basically is standing here just love your work, Khashoggi, love your work. He chopped him up himself, by the way. That's how fucking evil they are. They are not like our politicians where they'll pay other people to get their hands dirty. No, they'll get their hands dirty. That is a disgusting, evil person standing next to our president, and our president's buddy-buddy with him. This is a guy who chopped up a journalist himself, okay? Get with the fucking program. Get with the program. And here's another great part. Oh, because this is so American. We're about to do some flyover bullshit salute welcome for him, and you'll notice something's different about it. Here we go. Wait for it. Why is that? And do you want to know why that's off? Why we're missing one? Because we sold an F-35 fighter jet to Saudi Arabia. Trump is selling us off part by part. Qatar gets to have bases in Idaho. Saudi Arabia is buying F-35 fighter jets from us. President Donald Trump says he has agreed to sell the nation's most advanced fighter jet to Saudi Arabia despite concerns that China could gain access to the plane's vaunted American technology. The sale to the Middle Eastern nation, whose top trading partner is China, was reaffirmed Tuesday during Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's visit to Washington. Some in the Republican administration have also been wary that the selling of the F-35 to Saudi Arabia will upset Israel's qualitative military edge over its neighbors, especially at a time when Trump is depending on Israel's support for success of his Gaza peace plan. Israel, which deployed the F-35 in its 12-day war against Iran in June, is among 19 other nations that already have the plane or have agreements to buy it. So now that would be interesting if the Saudi prince, in fact, bought it from us so that he could then sell it to China so that they could then gain our type of this vaunted American technology. I know that the whole cuck thing is like, is back, it's in, but holy shit, Trump, okay? He sits by and just watches America get fucked. In fact, he's helping us get fucked. He's holding us down. I'm pleased to announce that we are taking our military cooperation to even greater heights by formally designating Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally. He wants Saudi Arabia. Okay, I need, again, to remind you all that they did 9/11. This is a thing, okay? They did 9/11. This guy that he's standing there next to.
Buddy, we have a extremely respected man in the Oval Office today, and a friend of mine for a long time, a very good friend of mine. And I'm very proud of the job he's done. What he's done is incredible in terms of human rights and everything else. And he's the crown.
Human rights! Human rights! This guy owns a fucking slave! Slaves!
The Crown Prince, the future king, and I just want to pay my greatest respect to your father, King, who is an amazing man. I met him early on.
Trump sees the future. The future is whoever has the most money is going to survive. That's it. Whoever has the most money, whoever is the most evil and willing to do the dirtiest fucking shit is who's going to survive. That is the reality that we're in when you leave people like this in charge. Okay? That's just it. Look at these two sitting together. We literally have a terrorist, murderer, slave owner sitting next to our president with our president being like, I'm just so excited to have you here. I love your work. Love your work. Khashoggi, love your work.
He greeted me at the airport at an age that was pretty high up there, and it was about 117 degrees, and he was standing on the red carpet as I came out of the plane, and he's amazing. And when I met his brilliant son, it was at the Oval Office. Shortly thereafter, you came in representing the country, and I called the father. I said, this guy is fantastic. And I don't know if that helped you or hurt you, but obviously it couldn't have hurt too much because here you are, right? But we had a great meeting, and the office has changed quite a bit, and we inherited a mess. You actually told me you thought the country was in big trouble. I'm not.
When Trump talks about he inherited a mess, he's talking about the decor. Clearly, that's all he fucking cares about is optics, visuals. He just wants to look tough. He wants to seem tough. He wants to look rich by having everything in gold. Ugh.
I'm going to use the exact word that you use. I refuse to say that you thought our country was dead a year and a half, 2 years ago, but our country was in trouble, and now we have the hottest country in the world. You said that also. And we do. We have the United States is right now the hottest country in the world.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What does that fucking mean? The hottest. Are we talking about the people? The hottest. Are we talking about the crime rates? Are we talking about the actual temperature? What the fuck does that mean?
And between the tariffs and the election, November 5th election, we've done things that nobody can believe. $21 trillion will be the amount invested in the United States or committed to invest.
I just need to tell you guys, I'm kind of like, I'm not super sick, but like I have like really bad allergies right now that are fucking killing me. So if I sound weird, sorry. And then I'm also in the middle of like moving. I'm in the middle of like uprooting everything. I'm basically going to be homeless in 4 weeks. So we're doing what we have to do, but I'm still going to bring you this stuff. I have to, this is absolutely wild that Trump would dare to sit down with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, like at the White House, and they sold them an F-35 like fighter jet, and it's so gross. It's gross. It's traitorous.
In 1 year. So I'm here 9 months. We're up to almost $18 trillion. Biden, as an example, the Biden administration, if you call it that, it's not to me, it was the Biden lack of administration. They were less than 1 trillion for 4 years. We're going to be 21 trillion for 1 year. I think that's...
Who is? Not the American people. Not me. Not definitely not my ass. Not you. Not the American people. Anytime you hear about the fucking stock market doing well, I want you all to understand that what you're hearing is how many more billions billionaires made, right? Because the stock market didn't go, it went up, but your groceries didn't go down. The average American is not basing their quality of life on the stock market. Just like these trillions of dollars he's talking about, where? To who? It's not going to go to the NOAA. You're not going to get your tornado warnings again in time. That's not going to happen. That's not where it's going. Maybe to ICE. Maybe more money to kidnap more people. That's where it'll go. It's not going to go to fucking SNAP because they took $186 billion from you. That's not where it's going to go. What trillions? To what? Oh my God.
Hard to believe. The biggest in history was a certain country, 3 trillion. We're going to be 21 trillion. On top of that, prices are coming down.
Okay, let's see. I want to know how fucking high these trillions will go. It's insane because he'll just go 21. Next, it'll be 23. Then later down the road, he'll say 27 somewhere. I swear to God, it'll be 30 trillion.
We inherited a mess with high prices, the worst inflation in the history of our country. We had inflation that was a single 4 years, the worst inflation in the history of the United States.
Best recovery of any other country on the planet after COVID. We had the best goddamn recovery of any country. Okay.
Gas prices through the roof, and that's after destroying our petroleum reserve, which was meant for wars and big emergencies, not to try and win an election. They opened up the reserve so that people get $3 less in gasoline, and it didn't work. They got about 3 cents less, because as big as those reserves are, they're peanuts when you're talking about that kind of traffic. And we're rebuilding the reserves. We're doing all of this, and we've done a job. We're also bringing down prices very substantially, and we've already brought them down very, very substantially. Gasoline is way down. I think you'll be seeing $2 gasoline. We're now at $2.50, $2.45. Some are lower than that. It was $4.55, but way high. And we have energy way down. The fact that we're to be around 2021, highest number was $3 trillion. And we're going to be at 21 trillion. That means new plants, new from Germany, plants. You can go back to the beginning. Our country has never used tariffs to bring all this money in. And you're going to see the results in a year when these plants start to open up. We have more plants, big plants. These are the biggest plants anywhere in the world. And I want to thank you because you've agreed to invest $600 billion into the United States. And because he's my friend, he might make it $1 trillion. but I'm going to have to work on them. But it's 600. We can count on 600 billion, but that number could go up a little bit higher. Yes, sir. I don't know. We'll see. In a very good position. But I just want to say it's an honor to be your friend, and it's an honor that you're here. And if you'd like to say a few words, but thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. This relation has been a relation for about 9 decades, and we've been working together for a long time. But today it's a very important time in our history because there is also a lot of things that we're working on in the future. We believe in the future of the United States of America. We believe in what you're doing, Mr. President, really creating a lot of good things and good foundation to create more economic growth, more business in America, and will also your work
For them, for him.
etc. That will create a lot of investment opportunities.
So
in
you
our
are doing
countries.
that now. You're saying to me now that the 600 billion will be 1 trillion.
Definitely, because what we are signing it will facilitate that, and we
I like
will
that
build
very
on
much.
it.
No, that's great. I appreciate that. That's great. We're doing numbers that nobody's ever done. And in all fairness, if you didn't see potential in the U.S., you wouldn't be doing that.
Definitely,
You don't want to lose money.
As you said, Mr. President, it's the most hottest country in the planet. But
Does anybody have any questions?
Mr. President, have you approved?
Yeah, like, why the fuck are you sitting down with the guy who did 9/11? Why are we trying to create a friendship here? What the fuck is going on? Any questions? Yeah, I have a question. Why are you selling us out? Yeah, I have a question. When did you sell your soul? Fuck. Question. Was it tough to get through? Like, how many hacks does it take to get through the arm? Like, I have a shitload of questions. None of them are appropriate.
Mr. President, is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the worst.
Okay, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm so sick of this shit. Do you understand what we're seeing here? This is the dictatorship. This is the takeover. He's literally asking a journalist, where are you from? Who are you with? Oh, you're fake because you're being rude to the terrorist, to the murdering, slave-owning terrorist that's sitting next to me. Okay. Literally, sitting next to a murderer, a terrorist, are you gonna say that you're fake news? Well, no, 9/11 families are pissed off. Why the fuck are you here?
One of the worst in the business, but I'll answer your question. I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia, actually. I'm sure they could do a lot. And anything they've done has been very good. That's what we've done. We've built a tremendous business for a long time. I've been very successful. I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was. And that it never could have been, no matter who was president. There would be nobody bringing in $21 trillion, that I can tell you right now. As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it. And we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
It's just yes, Mr. President,
Please,
if you allow me to answer. I feel painful about, families of 9/11 in America, but, we have to focus on reality. Reality based on CIA documents and based on a lot of documents that Osama bin Laden used Saudi people in that event for one main purpose, is to destroy this relation, to destroy the American-Saudi relation. That's the purpose of 9/11. So whoever buying that means they are helping Osama bin Laden's purpose of destroying this relation. He know that's
Okay. I'm like dying, honestly. So I'm just gonna play the rest of the video, but I can't be in it. I'm just dying right now.
It's bad for extremism, it's bad for terrorism. And we have to approve him wrong and to build our relation, to continue developing our relation. It's critical in the safety of the world. It's critical against extremism and terrorism. About the journalists, it's really painful to hear, anyone that been losing his life for, no real purpose or not in a legal way. And it's been painful for us in Saudi Arabia. We've did all the right steps of investigation, etc. in Saudi Arabia.
And we decided we're gonna chop him up. That's what they did. I know I said I'm not going to be in it anymore, but I can't stop.
And we've improved our system to be sure that nothing happened like that, and it's painful and it's a huge mistake. And
This guy saying this is the guy who chopped him up. Like, this is the guy. This is the guy.
our best that this doesn't happen again.
Mr. President,
Thank you, Mr. President.
I mean, and reality is that's like him telling her, like, you know, we do what we do. And she's a journalist. Like, that's the thing. Him sitting there is just a threat. The fact that Trump is sitting here side by side with these guys, that is a threat.
The Crown Prince has been instrumental in helping lifting the sanctions on Syria. Will there be any joint investment between the U.S. and Syria? And will you visit Damascus?
Are you from Syria?
No, but
Where are you from?
I'm from Palestine.
Oh, we're making a lot of progress, huh? Very good. Well, they like me. The Palestinians like me. The Palestinians are doing very well, actually. I think we're working very closely with a lot of people that make everybody happy, including Israel, the Palestinians, and everybody. That's very interesting. No, I think that I will tell you, the Crown Prince called me, and he specifically asked me if I would lift the sanctions on Syria because he wants to see Syria make it. As you know, the leader of Syria was just here. And we had a great meeting, and he's a strong guy, and I guess you need a strong person.
There is a new axis of evil brewing here. Okay? There's going to be a new, you know, I don't know the countries yet. We'll see. I'm very curious, though, because it was Germany, Italy, and Japan. So, or that wasn't the axis of evil. The axis of evil was what? Iran, Iraq, and dumbass. Let's see. Hold on one second. Axis of evil. Yeah, axis of evil was Iran, Iraq, and North Korea. That's right. Those are the axis of evil. But then there was the axis of powers. Yeah. You're right. Axis powers of World War II. Right. And that was Germany, Italy, and Japan. So I'm very curious because let's be real here. Like we're repeating history. We're repeating history. It's 1939. We're repeating history. I feel delirious right now. So maybe I'm sick.
Why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
You know, it's not the question that I mind. It's your
Saudi prince's face. You could see him kind of like, this is going to get awkward.
attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way.
And here's the other thing. Trump has to act like this, especially sitting there in front of the Saudi prince, because he needs to be just as ruthless as they are. And these are people who chop up people. Okay? You should be very concerned that our president wants to align himself with other leaders like this.
The way you ask these questions, you start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible.
Not highly respected, fool. I don't respect you. Most of this nation, most of this world does not respect you. Starting off, oh, because I'm highly respected, that you shouldn't be asked a certain question? Huh.
Insubordinate and just a terrible question.
Insubordinate. Insubordinate. She doesn't work for you. She doesn't work for you. She's a journalist. Journalists don't work for the president. That's how, it's the free press. You have to have that sort of integrity there. Not this conflict of interest when you have the journalist doing things at the behest of the president. So we shouldn't be asking certain questions because of who you are. Fuck off. Fuck off.
And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. You're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was
Never a member of his club. Never a member of his club.
a sick pervert. But I guess I turned
Sick pervert. How did he know?
that to be right. But you know
How long did you know?
who does that?
How involved were you? I'm just kidding. We all know. You were right there with him doing everything, including blowing Bubba, which I still don't know who Bubba is. God damn it. I want to know. It's not Bill Clinton. That's been, okay, fine. It's not Bill. It could be a horse. Could be a horse Ghislaine Maxwell owns. Could be a horse.
Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did.
Bro, Bill Clinton is probably a child predator too. Maybe. He possibly could be. And if he is, lock his motherfucking ass up too. I don't give a shit whether you're left or right, blue, red, whatever. Pedophilia is not something you politicize. And when you sit there and try to do that, now I know that you're a pedophile. When you want to politicize pedophilia or make up excuses for it, you either are coping with something that happened to you or something you've done.
Andrew Weissman, I hear. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people.
They're not the president.
You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me.
He only gave me girls.
He gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax. And ABC's, your company, your crappy company, is one of the perpetrators. And I'll tell you something.
So why not just sign it now?
I think the license should be taken away from ABC because your news is so fake. And
See, when he does this, when he sits there and goes, and you know what I think? I think your license should be taken away. That's him sending out his little book.
Come to mommy. Yes.
Like, whoever's gonna come back into that call, that's who's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, FCC, take care of this. Like, this is his way of inserting instructions, I think, out into the world for people to do.
so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that, because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible and you're not credible as a reporter. So I've answered your question. You should go and look at the Democrats who received money from Epstein, who spent their time. Larry Summers.
See, the thing is, though, is that we will, once the files are released, release the files. We're fine with all of you going to prison. I am so okay with all of you going to prison. Red or blue, I don't give a fuck. If you touched a child, if you knew about it, didn't say anything, if you're involved, you go to prison. Goodbye, bye-bye, shut the fuck up, forever, throw away the key. You are 100% a danger to society and the people in it, especially the children. No. And you have to be ready to throw a punch for the children, for the children.
Was with him all the time. That creep, the fund guy, was with him all the time. What's his name? Reid Hoffman. I don't know Reid Hoffman, but I know he spent...
Like, let's just, like, look at this person, look at that. That's fine. We're going to look at all of them. We're going to look at all of them. Bill. Well, we are going to look at Bill, too. But Donald Trump, like, we're going to look at all of them, including you.
Spends a lot of money on the radical left. Reid Hoffman, in my opinion, should be under investigation. He's a sleazebag. And those are the people, but they don't get any press, they don't get any news, and you're not after the rat.
And you know what? Let me say this. I was thinking about the Bubba thing. Wouldn't it be funny if Bubba is just some random big-ass, fat, hillbilly fuck that Epstein had hired, whose name is actually Bubba, that they then, like, made Trump blow on camera to, like, have something held against him? Like, what if Bubba is just, like, a Bubba, right? Or what if Bubba is not Bubba? What if it's Baba? Baba, right? And it could be, like, Bibi Netanyahu. Right? Could be, maybe it's not Bubba, maybe it's Baba, right? Or, oh, and you know what's funny? My dad texted me. My dad was like, Ceci, with this Don Bottom scandal of him blowing, he's like, I just want to, like, two questions come to mind. He goes, do rim jobs come with this? And does he swallow? I was like, Dad, that is very good journalism. Good questions. Good questions. Does he swallow? Yes, duh. Fucking piggy.
Left, because you're a radical left network. But I think the way you ask a question with the anger and the meanness is terrible. You ought to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you. Who else has a question?
Prince, very quick.
Silly. Silly, 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 silly. You couldn't look any more guilty. I can't. Oh, we'll cover this stuff later, too. I just needed you guys to see and understand that we are sitting down. Again, I just need to reiterate, these are the people who attacked us on 9/11, killed thousands of American citizens. They do own slaves in that country. Women are extremely oppressed in that country. Journalism is definitely oppressed in that country, and they are murdered and chopped up. And that guy there did it himself. I mean, listen, I will always give more respect to a leader that'll get their own hands dirty instead of always just passing the buck. But Jesus Christ. But no, not this. Ew. God, evil. The reality is, Trump is just in this for money for himself and his family. That's it. That's it. Again, check out my next video coming up because it's going to be How Much is America Worth? And it's the episode that Trump, oh my God, I'm so out of it. My next video though, check it out because it is going to be about how much is America worth? And it's an episode of a show called Curiosity that Discovery did. And Donald Trump hosted one episode called How Much is America Worth? Where he sold off America part by part. Our factories, our shorelines, our oil, our resources, our real estate, our people, our organs, everything we own, to give a dollar amount to how much America is worth. He has had his sights on selling us out since he was probably a little kid. He's evil, man. That's what this guy is. He is literally, this is a movie. And we know what happens in the movie. So step up to the fucking plate, please. Anyway. I'm dying. I'm going to take a nap. I don't know. I have to pack. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Whatever. Anyway, I'm done complaining. It's fine. Bigger things happening in the world. So we're going to have to go handle that first. Anyway, this is Putting You On Pod. I put you on. Now you hit subscribe. Thanks.